The Tangent Egg podcast is aimed at a mature audience. It contains themes that are not appropriate for all listeners. It's important to note that we are not experts. We routinely have no idea what we're talking about and are just three idiots sitting around a table. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome to Tangent Egg Podcast. My name's Seth, and as always with me is Swoosh and John Doe.
Hi. Hello.
Now, before we get into things to this week, I'd like to just put out one little apology to our audience. Because this month's book, I'm not sure people outside of Australia are going to be able to read it.
Oh, yeah.
Damn, that thing is so Aussie slang, it is not funny.
It's so very ochre, and I love it.
Oh, full of ochre and dinkerisms. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I absolutely love about it. Like,
look, as an Australian, I love it. It is our language.
Oh, yeah.
We have so butchered English to its own thing, and this book is written in it. The only thing they don't say in the book is Skana, and I'm slightly annoyed by that, but whatevs.
I'm kind of surprised that didn't turn up at some point.
I know, right?
For the entire... It's almost like the writer's gone through with an English to ochre thesaurus and just, right, what words can I change? And then just done the entire fucking thing. So if anyone wants to hear some, like, proper Australian slang...
Yeah.
Give it a crack, and you're not
stuff.
going to understand 3/4 of it.
Like, not the fake
Ask your
internet
nearest
slang
Aussie
that
for a
keeps
translation.
Because, like, it's proper slang as well, in most cases, but it's like... Because I maintain the not here to fuck spiders did not exist until the internet made it up.
Oh, yeah.
I had never heard that in my life living in country towns across Australia.
No, but it's the same as, like, there's so many things like, Australia, everything in Australia wants to kill you. But, like, I probably see 3 snakes in a year, and they're just over there doing the thing.
More often
like,
than not, they leave you the fuck
with it.
alone. Unless you're going hunting for snakes, they're gonna leave you be. Like,
And even when you are, those fuckers are hard to find.
yeah. Like, my family live out in the middle of nowhere. They have brown snakes around, but it's like, yeah, we leave them be. They fuck off. They don't want to deal with us. We're bigger than them and scarier. Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, thought I'd throw that quick little apology out to our international
Yeah.
audience. This book is going to be a rough read unless you're good at context clues.
This is very
I'll tell
much
you what.
a sorry, not sorry situation, I think. Like,
Anyone who reads that book who needs a translation for any ochreism, please put in our Discord chat or send one of us a message on the Facebook. Whatever the fuck you need to do. Hit us up and we'll offer the best translation we can. Or we'll make fun of you. One of the two.
We'll
Something
probably
like
do both, to be honest. Like,
Probably. Little column A, little column B. Either way, shits and giggles be had by all.
Would it really be Australians answering a question about Australian slang if we weren't giving you a little bit of shit at the same time?
oh yeah, and we make no guarantee to being correct. We all know the story of drop bears.
No, fuck no. The same slang's got different translations in different states.
Oh yeah.
The only thing that is universal for the entire country is fuck Sydney, fuck Canberra, fuck Melbourne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even people
That's
who live
it.
in Sydney, Canberra, and Melbourne.
Yeah. Makes sense.
All right, on to this week's actual content. We're going to start out with just a quick article first that Activision Blizzard has been fined $5,000 over their Diablo Immortal loot boxes in the EU. Now, I think we all kind of agree $5,000's really fucking nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nothing to kind of normal-ish people, let alone a billion-dollar company like Blizzard.
Like, all they needed is one fucking whale. That's not even a fucking percentage of what that person's dumped in.
Yeah.
I mean, that
And
guy who
this-
spent, what, $35K on stuff?
Oh, yeah,
I'm
his
guaranteeing
character.
he's already paid for that. Like, he paid for that for them.
And this whole thing is because they didn't disclose that there were loot boxes in it.
Yeah.
So it's not per loot box sold or per person affected by the loot boxes. It's just that on the ad for Diablo Immortal, on the EU fucking Play Store, wherever the fuck they bought it from, they didn't disclose that there were loot boxes, even though they're fucking heavily prevalent.
Yeah.
And they're not the only mob that got done. So, Plyon, who does Hunt Showdown Bounty Hunter, also got done for the exact same thing and copped the exact same fine.
So we know that's just their standard fine then. Like,
Yeah.
$5,000.
So that's just a cost to doing business. Like, granted, both companies did come out and removed it straight away. Like they didn't remove the loot boxes. They just said there are loot boxes, which excludes them for copying, another fine in 6 months' time.
Yeah.
Like,
5K
for,
is nothing.
yeah, $5,000 could just be a cost of doing fucking business.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm pretty sure they could write
make
that off on
$5,000
tax
back.
alone.
Easy as fuck.
Yeah.
Especially if your game is at all popular, gets any
Oh, yeah.
traction, bam, someone's paid for your fine whenever it comes around.
Yeah.
This won't stop any of it. It's just...
No.
They're just
No.
going to keep going. What they'll do is they'll try and justify putting higher costs on them to cover for it.
Yeah.
They'll put that cost back on the consumer if they can.
Yeah.
For the first $5,000 made each month to pay the fine off.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, we've talked about some of the whales that were around for Diablo Immortal back when it came out, and
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
some of those guys...
The person
if it
who
was
bought
5K
themselves out of the game.
Yeah.
If
Like-
it was 5K a month to run this thing without disclosing loot boxes, one of those guys just allowed you to rake in all the extra money.
Yeah. Paid for the next 3 fucking years.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's
So-
just...
so
no, it's not even
It's
a
an
slap on the
absolute
wrist.
fucking
No,
joke.
it's not even a slap on the wrist. It's more like someone whispered slap his wrist in another country in the direction
Yeah.
of the company.
Someone thought about it in the next room over. That's what happened. Like,
So there's also another one that I'm actually looking forward to from Austria, where Sony has been told that they have to actually refund a whole heap of people for the
that'd be good.
FIFA Ultimate Team packs because
Yeah.
they didn't disclose that they were loot boxes and they sold them to a fuckload of people, and so they actually had to refund people that bought those fucking things.
see, that's a fucking deterrent.
Yeah.
Sony hasn't straight out appealed the verdict yet that they need to do the refund, and the date for that they need to appeal it is coming up fucking quick. So they're gonna do something soon, surely. But that's gonna be an arseload of cash if they need to fucking refund it. And if that sets precedence for everywhere else, then we might start seeing some big fucking dollars rolling in. Like $5,000 for not saying there's loot boxes, but then you have to pay back all of those fucking people.
Yeah.
There goes your profit margin.
Yep.
Oh, fuck yeah. Then, at that point, they might actually do the shit. They might
Oh
follow
yeah,
through
then
with
we
something.
might actually see some proper fucking change. As soon as you
Yeah.
see that profit margin start heading right fucking down, then they go, oh shit, now we need to do something. Holy fuck.
I mean, the second their bottom line is touched at all,
Oh yeah.
they'll sing a different tune.
Well, just an article I read earlier on today. The Embracer Group that owns fucking Gearbox and a whole heap of other fucking studios, they'd had a verbal agreement to buy another unnamed company for, I think they were listed as $2 billion. And they went all the way through to signing paperwork before this company backed the fuck out of it.
Oh, wow.
And they've had a bit of a shit year of it, so they had to reduce their earnings from $13 billion to $7 billion. That's a hell of a fucking step down. That's $6 billion less than what they were expecting to earn for a year.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it hits him in the fucking back pocket if you start fucking fucking with them.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely. If you start fucking with that profit, bad things happen for the company, and I'm okay with that.
So, do we want to get into the big meat of this episode?
The meat and potatoes.
So,
With a giblet on the side.
as we alluded to last episode, the Sony State of Play not State of Play, 2013, fuck! I'm on a
2023
podcast and I can't
Showcase.
do words. The
Words
Sony,
are hard, not gonna lie.
the Sony 2023 Showcase happened.
Yay!
got
Congrats, Seth,
there.
you got it out. Well done.
We weren't sure if it was going to come out before we recorded. It did, so now we get to talk about it. Yay!
Woo!
So we're going to go down a list of the various things that were announced. We'll give our opinions on them, so on and so forth. I will link the list in the show notes if you'd like to go have a look yourself. This list comes as courtesy of IGN, so whatever biases you may have to that company, keep them to yourself.
Yeah, I did watch the entire showcase when it first came
Yeah,
out,
so did I.
and I watched it in the morning when I was getting ready for work as it was streaming live, and I'm like, okay, so I'm waiting for this.
Yeah,
I
hate those.
Didn't have a lot of positive
the
thoughts about a lot of this.
Yeah.
Hour and 49 minutes of buffer time in front of the
Oh, yeah.
video.
Gotta get those, stream ad revenues up, man.
It's usually where they talk to like developers and stuff, but it's like it's so like they're not prepped or it doesn't ever feel like they're prepped or anything. It's just wasted time.
Though,
To be fair,
I will say
we
one
know
positive
developers.
thing. They didn't have any gameplay where there was forced team chat.
Yeah, that was very good.
There's a couple of there's a game there where they could have had it, and they didn't. And
Good.
that's the one thing that made me real fucking happy.
But it's also one of those things, like, we know developers. Like, we know, like, we went through school with a few of them now. But it's like one of those things, they're not great with interviews. Same with a lot of animators and coders. We're not exactly normal
People.
We're spicy people. We're the weird ones. Like, we don't do well, especially when there's a camera and a microphone in our face.
You
Like,
say there's a camera and microphone in your face right now.
yeah, but I'm just talking to two other Muppets in the room. It's fine.
That's fair.
Yes.
But yeah, like, it's always... I hate and love seeing when they're doing, like, a dev interview. It's like, this guy doesn't want to be here. I don't want to hear what he's saying. Like...
I remember when they what was it? Untangled. That one about the little yarn puppet guy.
Oh,
yeah.
From years
Yeah.
ago, and the guy came out and like he was physically shaking onto the stage. He was
Oh, yeah.
clearly not ready.
Worst fucking nightmare.
I will admit,
Could only be
given-
made worse for him if you had, like, his fly down or something.
look, I'll admit
That's what would have made it better.
Oh, yeah.
that game was designed to be kind of like a childish, endearing game. So having
Yeah.
him kind of come out not ready, kind of shaking with his little full-size puppet, it did kind of work for what they were doing.
For
But
what
the guy
that was,
clearly was not ready to be in front of that many people.
No.
So, let's get on to the list.
Yes.
First up in our list is the Spider-Man 2 got its extended gameplay trailer. That looked pretty cool.
Yeah,
Also,
no,
can I just
I'm
say, if
keen for
anyone
this one.
watches the showcase, we're not doing them in order.
Oh, no.
No.
These,
Yeah.
This is IGN's list of the things that got announced, not the order
And for
they
some
were in.
fucked up reason, it's not in order, which is just stupid. But it's the way they've done it.
I think
Because
it's-
reasons.
I think
Why
they've
not?
done it this way so they can put like the top milling stuff at the top of the article and the chaff down the bottom.
No, so they can say it was transformative. They weren't just taking information.
We didn't just copy their shit.
We moved it around, I swear.
We watched GameSpot's broadcast. We didn't copy paste.
Yeah. But no, I'm always keen for more Spider-Man.
Look,
That
it
game's
looks
fucking
good.
great.
We got to see Peter in the Venom suit. It looks particularly tentacly, so that should be fun. And
As you would hope for a Venom suit. Like,
Yeah.
and we've of course
The-
got Miles back.
yeah, I like
Yeah.
Miles. He's fun.
I'm genuinely hoping for almost like a GTA 5 being able to hot swap between them as you want, or going through the world and whichever one you're playing as, seeing the other in the world kicking shit out of someone, and you can go and help them, or hot swap to them and do the
That'd be
fight,
cool.
or
That would be
do
fun.
what the fuck you're doing. I think that'd be really fucking cool.
I would expect you'd be able to hot swap between them when you're outside of a mission. Once you're on a mission,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like
it'll be scripted.
Once you're in
you'd
the
have to be.
overworld again.
Otherwise, it'd be too fucking chaotic. But out in the open world, like, have different fucking missions for each fucking Spider-Man, hot swap between, do whatever you want. I think it'd
Even
be awesome.
better if when you swap to them, you have the GTA 5 kind of random encounter thing that they had, and just like you cut
Oh,
the
yeah.
Venom, and he's just like eating over like a robber or something. Like,
Well, this is the thing. Like, we don't really know an awful lot about what the plot is, other than the fact that it does feature Kraven.
Yeah.
Which is a good choice. Kraven the Hunter's not a bad call for a villain.
It
But
could be dark.
I'm kind of wondering if they might split the game into thirds. And you have the first third of the game, Spidey gets the Venom suit. Your middle third of the game, you actually mostly play as Miles, with Spidey kind of not handling the Venom suit very well. And maybe a
Yeah.
third act where Venom is on Eddie Brock and going full Venom. And then you can have
That'd
them
be interesting.
both. Because we've already done the student fights their mentor twice now. Doing it a
Yeah.
third time would be a real waste of time.
Yeah, but they'll go with what they know, I guess.
Maybe, but I think it's pretty easy split to do mostly Spidey first third, mostly Miles second third, and then team them up for the third third.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially like doing Spidey first with the opening act and getting the Venom suit, and then getting used to, oh my god, this is what he can do, and like building him up as a separate individual while playing as it, and then looking at it again from the outside and seeing the effect it's having. I think, I'm really quite looking forward to that.
I'm keen.
I have no evidence this is what's going to happen outside of the fact that the Venom suit exists. But it's what I'd like to have happen.
I can dream,
it
Harold.
makes sense to do it sort of that way. Like, to show the story from a lot of different perspectives before it all comes together.
Yeah.
Next up is the announcement of Metal Gear Solid Delta, which is appears to be a complete visual rebuild of Metal Gear 3 Snake Eater. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I do have one problem, though. At the same time they announced this, they announced the Metal Gear Master Collection. Volume 1, which contains Metal Gear Solid 1 through 3. But it does not include the Delta version of 3. It looks to be, and this is from going on Konami's website, that it's just the HD remake of 3 that they did a few years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
I really want 4. I was hoping there'd be a 4 in there. Like, I know they've done Collection 1, but I don't know how many fucking Metal Gear Solid games are out there. How many fucking collections are they going to do? Is it really worth having a Volume 2 just for fucking 4?
I would say you'd do Volume 2, and that'd be Metal Gear 4 and 5. Because you could do Phantom Pain in there as well. And I'd probably throw in Resurgence.
Yeah, fair.
I don't even remember Resurgence.
That's the one we play as Raiden. You know, that's the one where Nano Machine, son.
Hey.
Yeah. I don't know, like, I still play 5 now. Like, it still fucking looks good. It still plays well.
Yeah.
I've had a great fucking time with it. I don't know. I don't think doing a Volume 2 is worth rebundling that.
Well, the other option is they put in the PSP games.
Yeah.
Because there's 2 of those, and you can do 4 and then 2 PSP games. But I'd feel pretty gypped if that's what I got.
Oh, yeah. Or just do it as like they did with the fucking the Master Chief collection. Do like a Metal Gear Solid collection, release it with the first 3, and then do a fucking add-on for it for the other games.
Like DLC and an extra game or 2 along the line.
Yeah, fucking oath. And then you're not paying another $70 for a game and a half.
Yeah, but they won't do that because money.
And they're already doing volumes.
Well, I mean, you can look at it simply like, again, they could have put Delta in the collection and had it be the best version of Metal Gear 3 that you could get in the Master Collection.
Yeah.
But it seems like they're not. They're selling it separate to the Master Collection.
Yeah. Good old corporate
It just seems like a bit of a fucking money grab. Are you really going to buy both?
I think that's what they want. Which is sad, because when I saw the trailer and I realized it was a Metal Gear game, it's like, oh, hell yeah! Oh, it's a remake of Snake Eater? Cool, I never played Snake Eater. So, hell yeah, I'd love to play that with, like, super dope graphics. Oh, it's not going to be in the Master Collection, though, which was the other bit of this announcement I was interested in.
Yeah.
Do I want all of the Metal Gear games, or do I just want Delta?
I'd probably just play Delta, because...
Yeah, probably.
The next thing in the list is the PS Switch.
It's even
but
worse
it's
than
not
that.
even a PS Switch.
Someone at Nintendo's gonna sue. Like, you look at this thing and it's like, come on, guys. I know they said, copy and just change it a little bit, but come on.
Well, the thing is, though, the thing they little bit changed is there's no game console in the handheld. It just streams from your PS5.
It's just a screen. You can't leave your house and keep playing.
Yeah, like the handles on the side. Like, it's bad. I
mean, we
who
discussed
thought this was a good idea?
We talked about this ages ago when we first saw the leak about this, and we were like, grain of salt, it might not be a real thing. It is. And we pointed out that, like, if you're buying this along with a PlayStation, you can afford a fucking TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no market where this is useful.
No, you're not going to walk around your house playing a detailed game. If you want to do something else, you're going to sit down and fucking play a game, or you're going to do something else.
Pretty much.
It's not like an audiobook where you can listen to it while you're doing other shit. It's something you got to fucking pay attention to play.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And then there's the PlayStation 5 earbuds.
Oh fuck! We want to get it on the earbud market. Okay, fine.
The earbud market is full. Please
Sony
go the
already
fuck away.
releases fucking earbuds.
Yeah.
Jesus.
They could have just made them
release
compatible
one
with
of
Sony
those
tech.
and call it a PlayStation edition. Fuck.
No, they're going to charge an extra $50 because it has a PlayStation logo on it. That's how it works.
I'm genuinely surprised there's not RGB on it.
The thing I thought, it's because it's not made by
Fuck
Razer.
Or Turtle Beach.
But the thing I think is dumb is clearly what it's designed for is Bluetoothing to your console in some capacity or the handheld so that you can have the game audio. But they only pitched it as like, this is really good because it'll pair with your phone.
Yeah.
Okay, I own headphones, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
if
need
they
another
couldn't fucking
pair.
If they couldn't pair with the phone, I'd be like, okay, that's weird.
But I get it because it's like, okay, you want to have something specific for the PlayStation. Well, if the PlayStation can use any kind of Bluetooth headphones, guess what I own already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like, when you see guys running around with, like, Ferrari hats and shit, like, that's what it feels like to me. It's just like, oh, it's corporate swag, and you're going to have to pay for it. Like, no, I don't want this.
Yeah.
I don't like your product enough to brand my fucking head with it. I'm good.
I think a lot of people went, like, they were expecting hardware, but they were expecting, like, a Pro Plus or a hard drive add-on or fucking something to actually add to the console. I don't feel like neither of these things really add to the console that something else doesn't already do.
Yeah.
Like this Project Q, the only time you'd really use it is if you're midway through a game and you need to take a dump.
Yeah.
Take the screen into the shitter. That's literally it.
The missus wants to watch her show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Like,
but, like, you can't put a game down for 30 minutes?
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty much.
Spend some time with your fucking missus.
Especially when all these consoles these days have suspend.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's not like where it's like, oh, I need to get to a checkpoint and save and all this. No, power. It's just going to hold where I am. I'll fire it back up later.
Even just press pause and change the channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if you're playing an
it'll put
online
itself in
game and
suspend.
you're that fucking hooked to it, maybe you should spend some time with other people.
Yeah. Go out and touch some grass.
I don't understand what niche. I would love, absolutely love, to know what fucking focus group they talked to that made Sony think, yes, this is where we have to put our dev time.
Knowing Sony, a bunch of 10 and 12-year-olds. I want to be able to play Minecraft on the toilet.
I mean, you have a Switch.
That's it.
Then buy a fucking Switch.
Yeah.
You can get Minecraft on your fucking Switch. God damn.
Then again, I'm also still stuck here in like the background going, why are we getting angry about things being cross-platform and shit? Just,
I know.
Just
So,
let us game.
Next up is the Assassin's Creed Mirage, which is the next one coming out. And I was really skeptical about this game. I was hoping it might look good. And quite honestly, if you hadn't told me this was a Mirage trailer and you told me this is the trailer for the remake of Assassin's Creed 1, I'd have believed you because it really gives me some Assassin's Creed 1 vibes. And that is where this franchise needs to return.
It's true, but at the same time, like, I have been burnt on so many of these games now. Where I can't get hyped for this game. I'll wait and see what happens.
My biggest hope for this is, like, it's obviously a step away from the massive Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Origins, Odyssey, that style of game. It's back to a more focused thing. I'm almost hoping it's ahead in, like, the Hitman direction, where you've got a target that you have to take out, and you can maybe choose a loadout, and that's your mission. Go figure out how you want to fucking do that. What Assassin's Creed should be, not a fucking looter stabber
I don't think it's going to
just
go
chase
that
bigger
far,
numbers.
But I definitely think they're going back to the Assassin's Creed 1 thing where there's going to be multiple ways to get to a target.
Yeah.
And you get to pick some options. Because, like, in the trailer, they talk about bribing the guards. So you can just walk past them and stuff like that. Or just killing everybody. I think they're going... Like I said, everything about it, they're speaking Assassin's Creed 1's language, and that's a good idea. Whether or not it pans out across a whole game, don't know. but
No.
it's more
Well, that's
interesting
what I
than
mean
what they've
by
been doing.
almost a Hitman style of game where you can go in it and find your own way to do a target. You're just given an open area and do what you need.
I think it's going to be more restrictive than Hitman.
Yeah, like like the very first Assassin's Creed was a storyline. Your targets at the end pretty much go in that direction. There wasn't an open world where you could do whatever the fuck you wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, expecting that, but a little wider path than it. Yeah.
I mean, we'll have to wait and see. I do agree with Swoosh. There's going to be a little bit of what's the buzz? How people feeling about this before I'm going to pick it up.
But they said that after Valhalla, they were working on a few different iterations of Assassin's Creed. They were working on their next big Assassin's Creed, which is overbloated, but they're also dialing back into some smaller things, and I'm looking more forward to the smaller things than the
same.
Especially after Valhalla, I don't want to deal with anything like that again. That was just a bad game.
Cool. So next up is Alan Wake 2.
I'm interested.
I have one problem with this, and it has nothing to do with the game.
Is the fact that they haven't put a control spoiler into it yet?
No.
Because I want them to link those two together.
Well, I mean, they already did in Control.
Yeah, but I want them to do more.
No, it's at about 23 seconds into the trailer where it says Epic Publishing, which means that shit's in Epic jail.
Yeah.
God damn it. I thought we finally got rid of that. Weren't they going down the toilet because they spent too much money on this shit?
They've actually doubled down pretty hard. Now they're giving people 5% back on anything they purchase on the store.
Oh, wow. Fuck.
So if you want to buy stuff on Epic, go nuts, but it's Epic.
I thought the first Alan Wake game was like an Xbox exclusive when that first came out, and then later on went to PC before it divulged from there.
Yeah.
And now it's a PlayStation. I don't even know if it's fucking exclusive or going to PC or going everywhere else.
It's broad.
Alan Wake is very much a bicycle. Everyone's had it right.
No, it's
Fair
not.
enough.
The thing you'll find with most of the games in this PlayStation Showcase is they're not PlayStation exclusives, but PlayStation only puts their own badge up, so it looks like they're PlayStation exclusives.
Yeah.
So, I will say, in this entire thing, there's only like 3 or 4 games that actually have a release date.
Yeah.
Everything else
And
is
this
just
is
like
one of
Alan Wake Big One, coming out October 17.
Assassin's Creed
give it a
Mirage is October 12th. So a week before? Yeah,
So
a week before
Out of
Alan
these
Wake.
2 games, I'd be much more interested in Alan Wake, but, I'm going to play Alan Wake in a year when it gets out of
I'd
jail.
be more interested in Assassin's Creed. But yeah, there's only a couple of games that actually have specific dates. There's a few games that have got broad 2024, spring 2024.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a lot of actually to look forward to soon in here.
Pretty much. Like, a lot of it's going to be fair in the future.
Yeah.
That's before they start delaying things, as they always do.
Yeah.
But, getting back on topic, Alan Wake 2 does look good.
Yes.
They've got
It does look pretty.
They've got a couple new characters. It looks pretty fun. I mean, I like the original Alan Wake. I like Control. Control was very good. Bring it on, Remedy. I want to see what else you got. Let's go.
Yeah.
Next up is the Final Fantasy 16 trailer. Looks so Final Fantasy.
I mean,
Now
that's going to be the
PlayStation
weird
exclusive.
one. PlayStation exclusive, still no black people.
But no, okay. Have you've watched the trailer, haven't you, John Doe?
Yeah.
Yeah. So is it just me, or does it look like one of the bad guys is black?
Yeah.
They're like, we can't have black guys, and now we've made one of the villains black.
Yeah.
That sounds like there's we have to make someone black now. Like, guys, you went the wrong direction. Guys, no.
Yeah.
I'm not saying there's racism involved, but it seems weird when you're like, we can't have any black people because
even when you look at it, it's like the bad guy turns up and you look at it and you go like, just the way the character's built, it's like, well, they're obviously gone for a very specific direction here. Like, I'm just waiting for him to talk and have a very specific vocal set to say,
I still maintain the whole thing of, we can't have these kinds of people because Europe is dumb, because you just have to point to the chocobo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, at any point, like, it's Final Fantasy, guys.
Did you just
I'm not buying
Fireball?
this for... Yeah, like, I'm not buying this for, like, medieval accuracy at this point, because then I wouldn't be able to use any magic at all. Just don't be a dick about it, guys.
So, that was a little bit of weirdness, although that's another one with a release date of June 2022. Why am I doing this? Why are my words fucked up today? June 22nd.
Words are hard.
Fuck.
You are wording bad.
Yeah, I am.
I am English gooder than you.
Next one I was a little confused about while I was watching the trailer until I saw the dragon eat a heart and realized, oh, this is Dragon's Dogma 2.
I am keen for Dragon's Dogma 2. I quite like the first one.
I thoroughly enjoyed the first one.
See, the first one's really weirdly clunky in places, which make it a little hard to play. So I'm really hoping that this time around they smooth some of that shit out, and we just get the first game has a really cool base, but didn't quite execute. I'm really hoping they can execute that base this time.
Just slightly better trimmings, but like the first game, like your companion, the whole thing of that, how you could build your companion, level them up to do specific things, and then release them into the online world. So I could hire someone else's companion, and then they can tell me about shit that their players experienced within the world. It's like, oh, over there's a fucking griffin, or I fucking loved that. Like, if I just wanted to walk around the world, just hire someone else's fucking companion for a little bit, just say, oh, over here's a chest. Okay, fucking excellent. There's new shit over there.
It was great. I loved that game. It was so much fun.
So, next up is one I think is a bizarre choice. So this is Bungie's new IP. We finally got the announcement of what it is, and it's Marathon, which is a return to their original game setting that they created before Halo.
Okay.
Yeah.
But instead of making a narrative game, it's a PvP extraction looter.
Why?
Yeah.
Marathon has an entire section inside of it where they contemplate the subject of the soul.
Yeah.
The third game in the series has an entire time travel multiverse mechanic where you're not even sure if you're going forward or backward or left and right. It's insane. It is a absolute mind bender of a plot, and yet they went looter shooter. That's what we want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense. That's
So
the natural
is it
progression.
because it's all PvP focused, so
Yeah.
I'm wondering if it's straight out Battle Royale or if
No,
it's...
it's more like Hunt Showdown. An extraction looter. You got to go into the area, find the thing, grab it, get out before someone else shoots your face off.
Yeah.
To me, there's a few of them in this.
Yeah,
Like
I think they're doing a few different things.
There's a
to try and,
couple in here that are all fucking extraction shooters. It's like, is this just the new fucking Battle Royale?
I think it
Battle
is.
Royale shit me up the wall. These aren't any fucking better.
Battle Royales are just dying horribly at the moment. They need something for the
They're
streamers to
not.
play, and
They're really not.
I thought they were.
No, they're still going strong.
How?
Because people like killing each other.
I mean, fair, but I this feels like a streamer game to me. More than
Yeah.
anything. Like,
The idea is generally with these sort of games, you play them with 2 to 3 other people, and you're supposed to run as a squad.
yeah.
It's essentially co-op Battle Royale with an objective. Because what's the point in getting the objective if someone else just shoots you and takes it? You need to basically kill everybody else.
But see, that should be something I'd really fucking enjoy. Co-op and objective, but as soon as you go for that fucking extraction point, it just annoys the shit out of me. I just want to play a game with people and be done with it.
Yeah.
I don't have to deal with other people.
Yeah, 100%.
Fucking other people.
Next up was the trailer for the Street Fighter 6 story mode. It's Street Fighter. I'm not going to play it. I don't play fighting games anymore.
I haven't played one in ages. The last one I played was Mortal Kombat, I think.
They're just button bash. Just
Yeah.
may as well smash the controller
Honestly-
into my face. And did I kick? Okay, cool.
A
I'm done
story
now.
mode for Street Fighter, I don't understand story modes in fighting games some days, because it's just like, it's literally, punch the guy! Like, okay.
I like the
that's
weirdness of the Mortal Kombat story modes.
Yeah, no, they get
they're
They're just
they get
fucking
strange.
weird, and I love it.
Yeah, they are a
They
bit
get-
more interesting.
So odd. But they embrace the campiness, so that's fine.
Oh yeah.
Next up is Fair
The-
Game.
Yeah,
fair
fair
game,
game.
money.
Oh yeah. Fair game, dollar ching ching. To me, feels like another fucking extraction shooter.
Well, I haven't seen anything that says that it's a PvP, not just a PvE.
Well, it's another squad-based. So through the trailer, you're coming in contact with other squads and their other player-controlled groups.
Basically, from what I can
I
see,
looked into it a little bit because
Ultra
it's like, what the fuck is the point of this game?
Yeah.
And your various groups all competing for the same heist, so you all go in different ways. And
Well, I was interested, now I'm not.
Yeah.
yeah, I know. As soon as I read about what it actually was, like, okay, yeah, I'm done.
Look, it looks stylish. I'm sure there's a group of people who are going to like it, because I will admit, it does have a good visual appeal to it. But
Yeah.
if that's what it is, I'm back out, all the way out. I don't want to play that. Next up was the Talos Principle 2, which is a sequel to a puzzle game. If you like the Talos Principle, then do another one.
Yeah.
I've,
don't know what
I've
to
got
say.
it in my Steam list, but I've never actually played it. And seeing
Same.
that trailer made me go, oh, maybe I should have a look at it. Like, what is this thing? Like, because I remember it was sort of popular for a little while there,
Yeah.
and never even looked at it. So,
It
The only
wasn't
thing
a-
that really irked me about like the trailer was the fact if you stop around the 50-second mark, the fortress there just reminds me of Pride Rock.
Say 50 seconds?
Yeah.
Sorry, I need to check this now. I'm curious.
It's
Yeah,
just
I'm literally jumping to it now as well.
I'm expecting
Oh,
a
yeah,
lion
yeah.
there, like
I see what you're
holding
mean.
up a lion somewhere. Fucking
yeah.
Pride Rock Fortress, how dare you?
So, next up is Foam Stars, which just looks like the, hey mom, can we get Splatoon? No, we have Splatoon at home.
Fuck, that's the best way of putting it, I think.
Because
Right.
literally, it's the same mechanic of painting the level, but now it's in foam instead of ink, and instead of swimming through it, you surf on it.
It's
just
literally
Splatoon.
Aldi brand. It's Aldi brand like Splatoon. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Honestly, it just looks like it's gaming towards like streamers because it has that like weird
That party vibe to it.
Yeah,
I think it's literally just trying to be Splatoon.
Yeah.
Splatoon's very popular. A lot of kids like it because it's just a friendly PvP game that their parents will let them play. I'm pretty sure that's the exact crowd Sony's courting with this game. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone at Square Enix goes, I really want to play Splatoon, but I don't like the Switch controllers. I want to play it on PlayStation. Fuck
Yeah.
it, let's do it.
Yeah.
we're
I mean,
making
it's-
that now. Promote that,
not-
man.
Given that they're up to their third Splatoon game, it's not that bad a call. But just looking at this, it just looks like a ripoff.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like they've done anything to come up
Stand
with their
out
own
differently.
spin on it, other than it's foam. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
basically we're changing it enough that you can't sue us. That's what it feels like.
but it's
Not
Splatoon.
really.
yeah,
They're just changing enough that they hope they don't get sued.
yeah.
It's like, can I copy your homework? Yeah, just change something. Like,
We changed
foam?
nothing.
Sure.
No, it worked. It's fine.
Next up was another trailer for the Plucky Squire, which we did see last year, and I was hoping we'd get more info on. But
It looked the same as it did last year.
it looks
I'm still looking
interesting,
forward to
like
it.
it did last year.
I mean,
Yeah.
it looks gorgeous. I want to play this game.
Yeah, I think
Like-
this was one of the ones that I called you were going to be like all about when I saw
Yeah.
it.
It
Yeah.
looks like fun. I will spend a lot of time playing this eventually, but I'm okay. I'm keen.
Yeah. Next up is the Phantom Blade Zero, and
Yeah,
I'm
kinda
pretty
keen.
keen for this. I'm
Yeah.
not going to lie. But then,
I suck at these games, but even I'm kind of keen for this one.
well, I think this one's less soulsy and more hack and slash.
Yeah,
Hack and
and
slash
that's
I
the
can
way
do.
it looks anyway.
Yeah. They present
A
it
lot less
that way.
on time with the dodge roll, and more just gank the X, just hit the thing.
I get the feeling it's going to have a little bit of a rock plate. God.
Blah, blah, blah.
Eventually I'll figure out how to talk, probably at the end of this goddamn episode.
Look, the meat suit's hard to like use once you've taken it over. It's so strange.
I still don't get how these nubbies on the end of the hand thing work.
It's no legs for me.
I know, right? Where's the extras? There's only two. So, it looks like it's going to do a little more of a rock, paper, scissors thing, because he's got a couple different swords, and it looks like he's got a couple different combat styles, and I get the feeling
Yeah.
that's going to be where the mix-up's going to happen. what weapon to use in what scenario, what's good for what.
Yeah, and about halfway through you get blended enemies, and there's fuck.
Fucking blended enemies.
But yeah, it looks like pretty fun, and it's coming to PC. Not that PlayStation wants you to know that. Because at the end of it just says PS5, and it's like, no, that's coming to PC. Stop that.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much everything in this that I had any remote interest to isn't exclusive, thank fuck.
Yeah.
Unless
Thank
it's
God
fucking
for that.
Epic Store exclusive, which is...
Which just means we wait an extra year,
Look,
because
I'll
there's
freely
no way in
admit
hell
I
we're
haven't
going
been
to Epic.
able to look into it and know if it is in Epic Jail, but it's published by Epic, which generally means it spends its 6 months to a year in Epic Jail.
I fucking hate Epic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really feel bad saying that, because I used to love Epic as a company. Now it's like, get fucked, stop stealing my games.
They stopped doing, they started doing, dodgy shit. Like, I can't stand behind you anymore, guys. You're doing dodgy things.
Yeah.
I don't want console exclusivity on the same fucking thing I'd normally fucking play it on.
Yeah.
Next up is Ghost Runner 2. I played Ghost Runner 1. I had a really good time with it.
I haven't got around to Ghost Runner, but I have heard really good things.
That's another thing that's in my Steam backlog that I've never gotten around to.
Yeah, I really dug it. I like, what do they fucking call them?
Steve.
Nah, I think it's like motion shooters. Once the idea is you don't stop moving. You've got to keep jumping and moving around the environment. I think they're called motion shooters or something like that. Not that you shoot in this one, you only have a sword. But,
so, Mirror's Edge with the sword.
Yeah, pretty much. But, you die in, one shot. So you've got to be... I think you've got, 2 hit points. So you can't really fuck up.
It's like Ninja Gaiden all over again.
Yeah. But it's really fun, and I really enjoyed it. So seeing that they're doing another one, hell yeah, I want to do another Ghost Runner. That game was really good. Helldivers 2 is the next game. Could be fun. Helldivers 1 was interesting, but it was a top-down squad game.
Yeah, a twin-stick shooter.
Yeah. Now they've gone full third person. It's like, ooh.
This is the one where I was expecting him to have the shitty squad speak.
Yeah, same here.
But they didn't, and so that's pretty cool. But this is also coming to PC. This is the another one that I was looking forward to.
I'm tempted to give that a shot, because I think we could have some fun with that one.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed the first Helldivers, particularly when it came to PC. I've really enjoyed that.
And they've already stated that Helldivers 2 will be getting a PC release, so we're not going to have to wait for that one.
Nice.
No.
Next up is Sword of the Sea. It's Journey 2.
Yeah.
It's
Journey with a sandboard.
Honestly, I really enjoyed Journey, so I'm probably going to pick this up.
And given that this developer also worked on Abzu and The Pathless, which are both great games, I'm pretty hyped. It looks great.
Yeah, no, absolutely gorgeous games. So far, this developer hasn't screwed me over, so I'm actually kind of keen for this.
Yeah, pretty much.
Don't talk too loud, Swoosh. You don't want them to hear that.
Yeah, no, they'll take it as a fucking challenge. EA will turn and go, we're buying them, just because of you.
This one obscure Australian on this podcast a few people listen to said that they like this studio. Kill it.
Let's fuck him over.
Given the fact that I'm pretty sure my family is cursed by the drama fairy, I am guaranteeing that would somehow happen. So, you know what? Fuck this guy. I'm going to buy something he loves and ruin it.
Next up is the VR mode for Resident Evil 4's remake. Cool, whatever. I'm not going to use it. But, hey, it's a cool thing if that's what you're into and you've got a VR kit.
I'm already a little bitch when it comes to horror movies. I don't need to be in the action for this. I will wet myself in seconds. No, don't want.
See, all I'm hearing now is we need to knock out Swoosh and then just have him come to with a headset on.
Just like a Saw movie, it's literally just bolt gun straight to your head. You can't take it off.
I would not put it past you fuckers either. Fuck.
Next up is Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted 2.
Guys,
it's all Five Nights at Freddy's. This time in VR.
Yeah.
Yay.
But there's a movie coming for Five Nights at Freddy's now, apparently.
Yeah.
Looks like it's actually got some decent money behind it, too.
Yay. I mean, whatevs.
I
already
never got
to
into
watch-
this series. Again, little bitch when it comes to horror games. So
It's not a game. It's literally just watching cameras and flicking some things. It's
Yeah.
barely a thing. It got popular because YouTube people freaked out about it.
yeah,
Watching your
people
favorite YouTuber try and play the game and then lose their shit when they got a jump scare was basically the market for this. And then
Yeah.
all the people who like lore diving video games decided to just start eating this thing, and it just kept it alive. That's it. There's not
Pretty
really
much.
a game here. That's why when they did that sequel, it was actually like you actually had a facility and you walked around it and you did stuff
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they wanted to make a game, and then everyone hated it. So it
Yeah.
looks like they're just going back to what they used to do.
This next one, I don't even know what it is. Like,
It's
neither.
I'm assuming it's a narrative thing. It's very nice to look at. Like, it's
Like the trailer
gorgeous.
is like hits you right in the feels. Like, God fucking damn.
Well, yeah,
I'm assuming it's going to be a side-scrolling narrative thing.
it's because it's by the guys who made Gris, and Gris was just an entire game about grief,
Yeah.
and
Good game,
it was really unapologetic about that's what it. It was one of those games where they're like, we're going to use a whole pile of symbolism, and we're going to talk around the. You're talking about grief. Just stop
Yeah.
and talk about it. So
Just
maybe they're
do
going to
the
be a
thing.
little more direct with this one. I don't know. It'll be pretty though. Like the developer definitely
it's-
knows an art style.
Yeah,
They make
It-
some
it
good-looking stuff.
Looks pretty, and it feels like it's got a message to share. I just don't know what the actual game is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next up is Cat Quest: Pirates of the Caribbean.
Looks like a better Pirates game than Skull and Bones.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, he's wearing
I'm
a
more
pirate
likely to
outfit.
play this than Skull and Bones.
it's like the Dark Horse game of the season, guaranteed.
Look, the other Cat Quest games are kind of fun. They're silly.
Yeah.
They're not very difficult. They're mostly full of puns. Yay! It's more of that. If that's what you're into, go for it. Next up was Towers of Agasaba. Whatever.
I'm calling it Agrabah. You can get angry at me later.
Towers of Agrabah.
I think they wanted to call it Agrabah, but then they thought, fuck, we can get sued for that. Let's just throw a couple extra letters in there, and they can
Yeah,
say
just-
it however they want.
Throw some fucking vowels in there somewhere. We're good.
I'm pretty sure the problem isn't the fact that they threw some vowels in; it's they threw a couple extra consonants in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it looks very nice. I'm not
Yes.
gonna lie. I kind of really want to play this
Yes.
game.
Look, normally when I see stuff that gets a little survivally, I'm like, I don't want to play that. But this is like, I'm actually kind of feeling it. Like, I want to check this thing out. It looks pretty fun.
Oh yeah. Interesting. I want it.
This is the one that's like in the
Basically,
trailer
it's
had
Breath of
almost
the
like
Wild.
a city builder kind of bit to it as well. Like,
and then you start growing the environment, and then he's like jumping onto giant flying whales or something. It's like,
yeah.
what is this game? Because I'm well intrigued. Trailer
Someone
did its
tapped
job.
into our mindset, like all the ADHD things that we have. And they're like, we're making a game for this now. Like, thank you.
I like combat, yeah, okay. And you like you're OCD enough to like building cities, yeah. I played
Yeah.
a lot of Anno, and you like it when big things explode out of the ground, yeah. I'm
Oh,
pretty
fuck
into
yeah.
that. It's very interesting, and so there's this giant tree, and now we bring the nature back, and all the animals coming back. And you want to go look at those and pet the animals, don't you?
Yeah, it's
Fuck.
all the just give me the thing now.
This won't be tagged with "Can you pet the dog?" As Can I pet the flying whale? Can I pet the other thing?
You can ride around on giant bunny things. Like, I'm keen already. Like,
I know, right? So yeah, probably gonna be picking that up whenever the fuck it shows up.
We'll be hooking this to our veins the second it comes.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a chance we may miss a podcast. Like, if we get distracted enough.
Next up is Revenant Hill.
Never heard of it.
It's
Is this just going to be a side-scrolling cartoon Stray?
No.
Look, it might be because it's from the same developer that did Night in the Woods.
Yeah.
Which
Like,
is very
just because the
similar.
entire trailer is a cat running through different environments.
Yeah. But I mean,
That's literally all you can get out of it. I don't know what this fucking game is.
If you
It
wanna
may as
get
well have been a
technical-
splash screen.
so is Night in the Woods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the main character's a cat. But that was a coming of age story, which is a very... It hits you in some weird places if you've ever played that game. But they do adventure stuff, so it'll be an adventure thing. I don't know. Next up was Grand Blue Fantasy.
Look, this looks more Final Fantasy than Final Fantasy does, so I'm kind of interested.
Look, I'm not
I
gonna lie.
actually thought it was a Tales game.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, I like JRPGs, but I like JRPGs when they embrace the absurdity of JRPGs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they do what Final Fantasy 16 seems like it's doing, it's like, I'm just gonna play a Western RPG. They're better at it.
Yeah, pretty much.
But when
Less reading.
JRPGs are like giant weapons, crazy particle effects, wicked magic, absurd enemies, I'm like, yes, let's do it. I'm in.
How do we beat the big guy? We scream at him. Like, I'm in. Like,
We've got to scream and power up, and then throw the kid at it.
yes,
Yeah.
always. Just yeet the child at the enemy, somehow it dies.
Or the talking animal.
Yeah.
No, we like the talking animal.
No, but they're going to beat the shit out of everything.
Yeah,
or
that's
if the
true,
talking animal gets slightly injured, loses a single health point, holy fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I will murder bitches. It'll be great.
Next up is Ultros, which apparently is going to be sort of a Metroidvania thing, but
But colourful.
yeah, very, like,
It's
kind
an
of
acid trip Metroidvania.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
But holy fuck, pop a tab and play this, you. Wow.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Next up is Tower of Fantasy, which is another JRPG with a very absurd looking art style, and for the exact same reasons I want to play the other one, I want to play this one.
Another game
Yeah.
I thought was a Tales game when it came up. I thought, oh, no, the other one wasn't. Maybe this one is.
I mean,
Yep.
they had me when there was airships. Like, not gonna lie.
Yeah. But, like, it's a bit more sci-fi than fantasy, and I'm like, yes, please.
Yeah.
Embrace the dumb, and I'm there for it.
That's
I
sort
will
of why
fail
I
miserably.
enjoyed Star Ocean over
Yeah.
Tales for a little while there. I liked that sort of setting. But, yeah. I'm
Honestly,
hopeful.
I've only ever played one Star Ocean game properly, and I loved it. It's the one where you're like, you have to break out of a video game to kill the creator so you don't get deleted. And it's such a fun game.
Nice.
Next up, they did a couple of reveal trailers for some VR games. Crossfire Sierra Squad, Arizona Sunshine 2, Synapse, and Beat Saber coming to PS VR 2. I mean,
I'm pretty certain all
Wait.
of them are coming. Like, the Beat Saber one is just DLC. It's a Queen DLC, which is
Yeah.
going to PC. Arizona Sunshine, PC.
yeah.
I think the Synapse, I know Crossfire is going to PC.
Yeah.
I think Synapse as well. They've just said, it's also coming to PlayStation. We have things on VR. Please.
Yeah, that seems to just be what it is.
Yeah.
The only unique one was the Resident Evil one. Cool.
Yeah.
And then, look, if you've ever played Arizona Sunshine, it's really rough. Like, that is an early VR game. So
Yeah.
going back to it for your showcase, it's like, I don't know about that.
Yeah. You can only hope that for Arizona Sunshine 2, they've looked at Half-Life Alyx and said, this is how we should do it.
Yeah. But they won't.
No.
No one's learnt the lessons from Alex.
No, they'll beat their own path.
Yeah.
And then everyone will get motion sickness. Again.
Next up is Concord. Which
This is just a
has
cinematic trailer.
it
I
has
have
a
no idea
nothing
what it
trailer.
is.
Yeah.
It's a PvP
Again,
game.
what the fuck is this game?
It's a PvP
Are we on
game.
a spaceship? Are we, like...
I have no idea.
so many of these may as well have just been fucking splash screens saying, we're doing a thing.
Yeah.
All we know is it's a PvP multiplayer game. Yay.
Woo.
Yay. So is it a fucking, another... Like, you're all through a fucking spaceship instead of being dropped on a map and the spaceship's breaking apart.
Yeah.
Who the fuck knows?
I don't know.
Fucked if I know.
And last thing in this list of stuff we have is Immortals of Avium, which might be good.
Fantasy shooter shenanigans? Like,
It's
Yeah.
a magic shooter.
like the faces of the NPCs are getting a bit, like, weird for me.
Yeah, I'm not.
Like, they are getting close to the uncanny valley. They haven't gone into the valley, but they're skirting the fucking cliff.
I'm pretty sure they're hanging on to the edge of it.
Yeah.
The just the general feel of the combat in this, and if they'd made it a little more 2D and blocky, it would feel a little more boomer shooter.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's very much the feel I got from it, and I can't remember the name of the fucking game it reminded me of from, like, the old 360 era. It'll come to me as soon as we stop recording.
Probably.
But yeah, there's...
Guaranteed.
I mean, if you give me some idea of what you did in that game, I could probably tell you what
it was
was.
another game where you ran around and your hand was always on the screen and you shot magic out of it, or you could get a bow. Dark fucking something. Anyway.
Crap. Now my brain's like, I know that.
Yeah.
Damn it. You know, someone in the
But,
comments
yeah.
is going to tell us what it is, and it's going to really piss us off.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But
But
yeah.
that's everything from the Sony Showcase.
Yeah. Not a lot there. There's nothing there I'd buy a PlayStation to play anyway. I'd
The
rather
only-
wait for Spider-Man to come out on PC than to fork out to buy a fucking PlayStation.
I mean, really, it's the only game they showed off. And I agree with you.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I'm happy to
Yeah.
wait.
and
but it is
as we
the only
recently
one.
found out, it's going to be at least a fucking 2-year wait.
Yeah.
2 to 3 year wait.
Which, you know, God damn it, Sony, just embrace your PC players. We're
Exactly.
not your enemies. We're here to buy your games.
Just let me play the fucking game.
Let me do the thing, please.
Stop freaking out that your plastic box is potentially going to lose market share. Guess what? Most of the PC player base wasn't buying a PlayStation anyway.
Pretty much. Like, I don't think any of them really can. They're still having issues getting them, to be honest.
Well, in Australia, we definitely are. But yeah, out of that whole thing, the only one that'd be like, even contemplate buying a PlayStation 5 for would be Spider-Man. And that's it
Yeah.
out of the entire showcase.
Dark Messiah, Might and Magic. That's the game it fucking reminded me of.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I can see that.
Like,
But yeah.
honestly, the one I'm most interested in is going to be Dragon's Dogma and a few of those little JRPG things, because I like JRPGs. They're fun and absurd.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
the RPGs, I'm pretty interested in Dark Messiah. Damn it, you got me doing it. Dragon's Dogma. I want Alan Wake, but I'll wait till it's out of Epic Jail if it happens to go in there, which I'm expecting it to do so. And I'm still pretty keen to give Assassin's Creed Mirage a look, because they're singing the right song right now. I don't want to...
There's also another game that wasn't listed here, and it was just another expansion for Destiny 2, where
Oh, yeah.
Cade 6 is back. So anyone interested in that? Yay.
Yeah,
and they
the
got Nathan Fillion voicing him again.
So this is,
Yay.
this is the weird bit, because those who don't know, they killed Cade 6 in one of the previous seasons of Destiny. And anytime they did voice lines for him, they just had Nolan North kind of do a Cade 6 voice. So people were like, cool, so you're done with Cade 6. It's gone. They're in the middle of their current expansion pack. They're not at the end. And they've dropped a trailer where they got Nathan Fillion back to do the voice lines for Cade 6 and to reveal he's not dead. Like, why would you put this trailer out now, not in 6 months' time when you're ramping up for the next expansion pack?
yeah. Like, did we actually see his body, though?
Yes.
Yes. In a
Okay.
cutscene, he gets executed and shot in the face right in front of you.
Nice. I
Like,
wonder how they're going to bring that back.
It
Oh, no, it's
doesn't
fine.
leave
It
a
was
whole lot of
fake
wiggle
one.
room there.
Yeah.
No, it's because there's in the background there's a big triangle, and part of the current plot line is the witness has opened the Traveler, and that's what the portal looks like. So a lot of people are theorizing that the place that Cade is inside the Traveler,
Fair.
which has some link, which people are surmising has some link to how the ghosts are able to resurrect the Guardians over and over and over again.
Makes sense.
So it's less that Cade 6 died and more that he just couldn't be removed from the Traveler anymore because his ghost was dead. But that's
Yeah,
a lot
that
of
could work.
supposition.
Yeah.
But even then,
But yeah,
like,
that's the only game that I didn't see in this list that popped into my head.
Yeah, but one, it's already been announced. Two, we already know about it. And three, it's a trailer that tells you fuck all.
Yeah. Like, most of this list had already been leaked, like,
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So there were no real surprises in here. A few little odds and ends that didn't get spoken about, but most of it's like, okay, well,
It's mostly getting to actually see the trailer for the thing that got leaked.
yeah.
yeah.
But so much of this isn't even gameplay. It may well have been fucking splash screens.
a lot of
Or-
it is just like cinematic kind of trailer
Yeah.
stuff, and I get that it's for building hype, but I still say they're putting the hype out too early.
Well, for some of these,
Yeah.
which don't have any... they're not even, like, coming 2024. They're just like,
Yeah.
we're telling you it exists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would be fine not knowing this exists until you have an actual semi-release date, because we all know they always get delayed by an extra year. But
I know, like, the big Xbox fucking showcases and shit, like, they always come up saying, like, Xbox exclusive. Not one of these really feels like an exclusive. Like, Spider-Man, sure,
That's it.
but
yeah,
that's it. So,
like, everything else is basically coming to PC. There's
yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't like, I know why they've just slapped their own logo on this to like, pretend that it's only going to be exclusive. People panic and buy it or pre-order it.
Yeah.
But it's just, it feels weird. I don't get their reasoning as much as I should.
I mean,
No,
I get it. It's all just sales crap.
Yeah.
it is. Nothing in there, like, they could have not done a showcase and just dropped some trailers on YouTube in a playlist, and it would have been the same.
The kind
Like,
of
looking at all the comments from like just the list that we're using, everyone's like, this is like a C plus ish, maybe. It's not bad. Solid 6 to 7 out of 10. Like, yeah, no, fair.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with that sort of scoring. It is a sort of 6 out of 10 thing.
It's
Yeah,
possible.
there's
Yeah.
some fun stuff I'm looking interested in getting, but it's not coming now, and I don't know when I'll get it, so, man.
It's like the
Actually,
equivalent
there
of
is
blue
one other
balling for
trailer that
things.
isn't listed in here, and it's the Gran Turismo
Oh, the
like movie looking trailer.
That
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
thing.
Thankfully, I don't
Yeah.
play racing games, so I'm fine.
That's not a racing game, it's a movie.
Yeah.
Wait, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, fair.
And I'm pretty sure they don't tell you whether it's the case in the game, in the trailer or not, but I'm almost going to guarantee what the gimmick for that thing is, because they talk about early in the trailer that they're getting all the best Gran Turismo players together for a race like no other. I'll absolutely guarantee you what the gimmick of the movie is they're going to get a bunch of Gran Turismo players, put them in racing chairs, and they're going to be racing driverless cars around a
Yeah.
circuit. And that's the whole thing. Do the skills of the game transfer to the real track? Some bullshit like that.
Oh, guaranteed. Or, at the very
Yeah.
end, the doors open, all the smoke, and out comes Vin Diesel talking about family. We'll be fine.
Stealth Fast and Furious movie.
Yeah, no, I honestly, if they just started doing stealth Fast and the Furious movies, I'd probably actually watch them.
No,
Fast
you know
and the
what-
Turismo.
You know why it can't be a Fast and the Furious movie? Because it's actually about racing.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Not enough
the Fast-
explosions.
The Fast and
Honestly,
Furious movies aren't about racing anymore, despite
if
being
we-
called Fast and the Furious.
If we ever get like the Star Wars racing TV show or something that I, honest to God, kind of want, I really hope Vin Diesel's somewhere in there in the background talking about family. Like, that's all I care about. Watching a spook bike like team rise up to the ranks would be fun, but just they're like
Just a
old
pod
school
racing
manager.
team. A pod
Yeah.
racing team where they actually have to go through it and they make their pod and they got to keep up.
Yeah.
That'd just be funny as fuck.
I'd
Hopping
be
around
keen as
planets.
that because you make it like a comedy as well. But just imagine if you just threw in like their old mentor. It's just Vin Diesel in a wheelchair getting shitty at everyone because family is all that matters, and they're like, "No, we have to race." I would watch that. It'd be great.
Yeah, but then there was that time they decided to do a kid spin-off with Fast and the Furious and had a hyper-realistic Vin Diesel for some reason.
Oh god, that thing still haunts my nightmares.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like just out of nowhere, like family right in your face. It's just nope, nope, nope.
I will admit, it while it exists in the horror section, it lives rent-free in my brain right alongside the Carnifex mating dance.
Yeah. Fuck, I forgot about that.
Sorry, Prehistoric Planet started season 2, and me and my housemate were watching, and yeah, we went back, we watched the mating dance for the Carnifex. It's so dumb.
I have that on my YouTube, like just saved. It's fucking hilarious. I love it.
Why did we do
After
this?
mentioning it, I just had a thought. All I want now is a Star Wars TV series that follows a pod racing circuit, and it's all it is a squad of pit droids that are trying to pass themselves off as other races or other people, and it's just them trying to keep their shit together because they've become
They've
sentient.
hired a random human to act as a pilot.
Yeah,
He doesn't
just
control
like-
anything. He just sits in there.
Yeah, he doesn't even have controls in there. He's just along for the ride, and it's just the pit droids controlling the entire fucking thing.
I would fucking love
Yeah,
that.
no,
not
I'm
gonna
into
lie.
this concept.
That
Disney,
That's all
this
I
one's
want
yours.
now.
You can have
Just like-
it. We will not claim royalties on it, although we would like
Please,
to
I
visit
will
just
set.
invest
make it
in
and
this.
make it good.
Yeah, I would invest in this simply to have one scene where it's 3 pit droids standing on top of each other in a trench coat trying
That's
to
exactly
buy
what I
parts.
thought. 2 pit
Like-
droids, and then one of them collapsed down to be like the head.
Yeah.
And like, that's all I want.
I would enjoy the shit out of that, but I also still want a decent Star Wars heist movie.
Oh, yeah.
Or a TV show, even like Ocean's 11 in space would just be fun.
Yes, it would.
But,
Anyway, we're at past an hour, so I think we can wrap things up for this week.
have fun.
Y'all
Yeah.
have a good one.
You're not my supervisor.
Kind of supervise this podcast.
Ah, fuck, he's got me.
He's the shepherd to this herd of cats.
Yeah.
Which is such a dumb idea. Anyway.
He tries. He tries so hard.
Bye.
See ya.